changed. So the state of Texas, under this law, can order people deported and then actually deport them. And I was in the committee hearings when this law was being debated, and all of this, pushback was coming up about, like, how is the state of Texas going to deport somebody to, Ghana? And I think it was one of the authors of the bill, it was a conservative legislator in the committee where the hearing was being held, was like, well, we'll just take them all to the border of Mexico. Like, literally the state, when asked how they were going to effectuate this, said, we're just going to drive everybody to the border to Mexico. It doesn't take two brain cells to figure out what the problems with that are, that creates international relations issues. Again, that should be a question for the federal government. We should not have the state of Texas having international relations conversations and problems with the country of Mexico. You can see the problem there. That's why, another reason why immigration law is federal. Anyway, here we are. The very conservative Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals has released this law. And so starting immediately, everybody in the state of Texas can be detained, arrested, interrogated, charged for illegal entry, and then ultimately deported by a state judge. And obviously, unless an officer sees someone walk across the border, they're going to have to engage in racial profiling. They're going to have to use things like somebody's skin color, somebody's language, somebody's accent, somebody's type of work that they do. Are they going to start going to construction sites? These are all things that have come up in litigation that the Supreme Court allowed in California last year. I'm not pulling this stuff out of the air. Now, it's even more widespread because they're not enforcing immigration laws necessarily. They are enforcing state criminal laws, just like they would a DWI or a domestic violence assault. Illegal entry is now in the Texas Criminal Code. So I hope you understand, that's now every police officer, every constable, every sheriff, every state trooper, every police authority within the state of Texas that investigates and detains people for crime can start investigating and detaining people for illegal entry. So what that means is that more and more of our constitutional rights are going to be violated. The Fourth Amendment right, not to, rule against search and seizure, the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. These are things that we have to know and we have to enforce in our interactions with law enforcement authorities in the state of Texas.